Welcome to EatMyClick. Today, we're going to be looking at 10 foods you should never eat. Number 10. Energy drinks. Energy drinks are sold as a great solution if you're feeling tired or a bit low. They're often targeted at teenagers and young adults, and boast a wide array of flashy celebrity and extreme sport endorsements to reel in this group. But if you actually have a look at what energy drinks are, you might think twice before you gulp down your next can. Energy drinks are technically sold as dietary supplements, not beverages. This means they are not subject to the same strict safety standards as normal foods or drinks. Pretty much every energy drink out there contains copious amounts of sugar, caffeine, and taurine. Now, it doesn't take a genius to work out that consuming high levels of processed sugar and caffeine is probably quite bad for you. Just having 2 or more standard energy drinks in one day puts you at serious risk of increased heart rate, anxiety, stomach problems, and dehydration. There have also been a number of serious incidents where energy drinks are thought to be to blame. Just last year, a 14-year-old girl with a pre-existing heart condition drank 2 energy drinks, then suffered a severe heart attack and died. Number 9. Olestra or Lean. Olestra or Lean holds the rather glorious title of being named one of the Time magazine's worst 50 inventions ever. It still to this day is found in so-called fat-free chips and some French fries. It was created by Procter & Gamble as a calorie and cholesterol-free fat substitute to be used in fat-free snacks. It was then approved for use by the FDA in 1996. When rats have been fed potato chips made with Lean or Olestra, they showed extreme signs of unparalleled weight gain. In human studies, Lean or Olestra have caused adverse intestinal reactions to the fake fat, including diarrhea, cramps, leaky bowels, and even an oily anal leakage, which really doesn't sound very nice. It's also been shown to deplete fat-soluble vitamins in our bodies, like vitamin A, D, E, and K. So if I were you, I would stay away from this stuff. Number 8. RBGH Milk. RBGH is a synthetic version of the natural bovine somatotropin, or BST, a hormone produced in cows' pituitary glands to increase milk production. Monsanto developed the recombinant version of the genetically engineered E. coli bacteria and markets it under the brand name Proxiliac. It's estimated that around 1 in every 6 US dairy cows are repeatedly injected with these growth hormones. In 1999, the UN Safety Agency ruled unanimously to not endorse or set standards for RBGH milk, which effectively resulted in an international ban on US milk products. RBGH injected cows suffer from a wide range of different adverse health conditions, including very high rates of mastitis that contaminate milk with pus and high levels of antibiotics. It's thought that RBGH exposure in humans can lead to colorectal, prostate, and breast cancer, which is one of the main reasons it's currently banned in Australia, Canada, Israel, New Zealand, and every country in the European Union. Number 7. Gluten-free junk food. Around a third of all US adults in the USA are reportedly trying to avoid gluten in their diets, according to a 2013 survey. The problem with many gluten-free products is that people, for some reason, think they are a healthy alternative, whereas the opposite is probably true. The problem is that companies replace the gluten with highly processed junk foods that just happen to be gluten-free. Large amounts of sugar, oil and refined grains are normally put in their place of gluten, leading to the foods being, really unhealthy and having no real nutritional value. Unless you actually have celiac disease, I would say don't bother avoiding gluten. Number 6. Strawberries, non-organic. The little red fruit is nutritious and delicious. It's also fragile, vulnerable, and often grown on coastal Californian real estate. So strawberry growers use a class of pesticides known as fumigants, blasting the soil with gases before they plant each season's crops. Fumigants are like an insurance policy, taking out possible pests, diseases, and weeds before they can cause any problems. Even when used correctly, fumigants turn into hard-to-control gases that float into the air, affecting workers and nearby residents. They've been linked to cancer, developmental problems, and ozone depletion. So if you want to eat strawberries in the United States, it's probably best for everybody, if you go organic in this case. Number 5. Brominated Vegetable Oils. Brominated vegetable oils, or BVOs, are used in a wide variety of sodas and sports drinks. Acting as an emulsifier, they prevent the flavouring from separating and floating to the surface. BVO originally was patented by chemical companies as a flame retardant substance, but it somehow was approved by the FDA in 1977 and has been in American drinks ever since. BVOs are currently banned in over 100 countries around the world due to their very serious impact on our health. Bromine toxicity can manifest itself as skin rashes, acne, loss of appetite, fatigue, and cardiac arrhythmias. It's also been linked to major organ damage, birth defects, growth problems, schizophrenia, and hearing loss. And finally, when ingested in large amounts, it competes with iodine for receptor sites in the body, which can lead to iodine deficiency, hypothyroidism, autoimmune disease, and even cancer. It's pretty scary that stuff like this is even still allowed in our food and drinks. Number 4. Fish. Now this one isn't necessarily about your health, but about our planet, the environment, and our fellow humans. For a while now, scientists studying our oceans and the wonderful creatures that live within them have been warning us of the impending doom. It's predicted that at our current rate of overfishing, pollution, and climate change, we will have fishless oceans by 2048. So in just 31 years, which really isn't that long in the grand scheme of things, our oceans will effectively become barren, wet deserts where little to no life can grow. Sadly, the reason for this crisis is rather simple. It's us. Humanity has been pillaging the planet of its resources far faster than it can replenish them. Since 1999, it's estimated that humans have caught around 2 trillion with a T, fish from our oceans every year. And that number is only expected to rise as humanity's population continues to explode to around 12 billion by 2050. And when we catch fish, we aren't just catching the fish we want to eat. The huge nets used in industrial fishing catch and trap everything and anything that gets in their way. It's extremely common for sharks, dolphins, turtles, seabirds, seals, and even whales to be caught up in these monstrous nets. But overfishing isn't the only reason for our ocean's destruction. Mass levels of pollution, plastic and rubbish are causing havoc to planet Earth's oceans. Climate change is also playing a huge part. The increase in overall temperature is destroying vital oceanic ecosystems at an alarming rate. 67% of the Great Barrier Reef's water coral is already dead. Currently today, over 1 billion humans depend on our oceans for survival. That's 1/7 of all humans on planet Earth. If the oceans and fish die, we die. It's as simple as that. Luckily for you and humanity, there is a relatively simple, yet rather radical solution that might just help solve this scary and enormous problem. We stop eating fish. If you want your children or their children to live in a world where fish not only live but thrive in our oceans, we have to take radical and large-scale action now, before it's too late. Given, if we all stop eating fish tomorrow, it won't solve everything immediately, but it's something you and I can do right now to help prevent this impending crisis. Number 3. Bread with potassium bromate. Brominated flour is enriched with potassium bromate. Commercial baking companies claim potassium bromate enriched flour makes the dough more elastic and better able to stand up in the cooking process. This type of enriched flour can be found in things like commercial breadcrumbs, bagel chips, rolls, wraps, and a large variety of breads. The problem here is that potassium bromate has been linked to kidney and nervous system damage, thyroid problems, gastrointestinal discomfort, and even some forms of cancer. It's currently banned in Canada, the European Union, and even China. Yes, China. So you know it must be bad for you if China has gone out its way to ban it. Number 2. Processed foods with artificial food colours and dyes. There are more than 3,000 food additives, preservatives, flavourings, colours, and other synthetic ingredients added to US foods. These products are mainly marketed for children and infants. In 2009, the British government advised companies to stop using synthetic food dyes in all their products. The EU also banned several food dyes and now requires all food containing these synthetic colours, preservatives and flavourings to have big warnings on them. Red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6 and blue 2 are some of the most popular food dyes used in US foods. These substances can be found in things like mac and cheese, cheddar flavoured crackers, Jell-O, and in most children's cereal. Research has linked this rainbow of additives to early years behavioural problems, cancer, birth defects, as well as a long list of childhood allergies like hypersensitivity, eczema, and asthma. Number 1. Processed meat. Sausages, bacon, hot dogs, beef jerky, salami, corned beef, smoked meats, deli meats, all canned meats, and meat-based sauces are just some of the long list of processed meats we all love to consume as a society. But the sad news is, processed meats really aren't very good for your health. The World Health Organization, which is perhaps one of the largest independent organizations advising us on our health, unanimously came to the decision to put processed meats in the type 1 carcinogen category after reviewing overwhelming scientific evidence. This puts processed meats alongside other lovely things like smoking and arsenic. They came to the conclusion that consumption of processed meat dramatically increases your chances of getting colorectal, pancreatic and prostate cancer, which obviously you don't want. When you also take into consideration the clear risk meat has on your cardiovascular health, it's probably best to stay away from all processed meats. Well, Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you smash that like button below and subscribe for even more videos just like this one. Let us know what you thought about the video in the comments section down below. Do you believe all these things, or are they just made up lies by some hippies to scare us? Let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.